This video is the brief of My Hero Academia's first season's 5 to 8 episodes, and don't forget to check out our playlist on all the nutshell animes. So, I hope you enjoy. As the episode 4 ends, we know that Mizuku Midoriya is qualified for UA and comes at 7th position in the list, and Katsuki Bakugo is number 1 with 77 points and 0 hero points because he only focused on the attack rather than the heroic stuff. But people are and the judges are impressed by it. The night after results were declared, All Might and Midoriya meets up at the beach where they were practicing for 10 months, where Midoriya also learns that All Might is going to teach them as a UA faculty for the hero course. And All Might also says that the reason behind All Might joining UA and working as a faculty is because he always wanted a successor, which he was going to choose from the UA students, but with the turn of events, Midoriya is his new successor, which gives Midoriya a self doubt whether he is worthy for the power or not. Finally, the day has arrived when Midoriya is going to step in UA as a student, and Midoriya expects Bakugo and that spectacle dude not to be in his class because they disturbs him a lot. But it turns out that they are in his class. What a terrible turn of events. And the name of that spectacle dude is Ida. Tenya Ida. And that girl who helped Midoriya during the UA exam is also in his class. Lucky dude. Midoriya is a student of class 1A and his class teacher is Mr. Aizawa, who is going to take their quirk assessment test through 8 physical examinations where they can use their quirks, and the person who comes through to last will be expelled from UA Academy. Pretty hardcore. And this is because UA follows a different set of courses in order to prepare their future heroes for the incoming threats, which also includes expelling students whenever they want if they feel that students are incompetent. Students are very unhappy about the decision that Mr. Aizawa is going to expel the last student who is coming in this exam. And in defense of Mr. Aizawa says that life is unfair. There are a lot stronger villains out there who can kill anyone and wipe out cities. And most of the natural calamities are uncertain, and a hero should be prepared for anything that is life is throwing at them. I think Mr. Aizawa is right. Their quirk assessment examination consists of 5 physical tests, which includes 50-meter running, grip strength, standing long jump, repeated sidestep, and ball throwing. And as usual, most of the students were able to perform in the examination good because they were very familiar of their quirk, unlike Midoriya, who was new to his power. And as a result, Midoriya wasn't so performing good in the examination, and he was at the risk of getting expelled from UA. And it turns out that Mr. Aizawa's plan was same. He wanted to expel Midoriya from the UA because he thinks that Midoriya is unworthy of this seat in UA High. Very hardcore, really. The final physical test is ball throwing, and as Midoriya didn't score any good in other physical exams, he just risked his breaking his arm by using one for all at 100% with all his might. Wait a minute. That's how All Might has got his name. While I broke it. I broke the record. Nothing. That's stupid. But as Midoriya was about to release the ball, Eraserhead or Mr. Aizawa, who is his teacher, erases his quirk and nullifies the all for one for all's effect, and the ball goes nowhere, disappointing Midoriya. After erasing Midoriya's quirk temporarily, Mr. Aizawa says that what is the use of this power if he can only throw one punch after going down and constantly breaking his body and depending on others to save him after he uses his body and break it. That's not a hero's job, that is a victim's job. Here a hero always should be able to protect himself and others in a crisis. And All Might was seeing all this the whole time from back. After hearing all this, Midoriya chooses to use his one finger instead of his one arm to use one for all as releasing the ball, and he manages to release the ball with full force and break the record of Bakugo, which is 705 meters. and it also impresses Mr. Aizawa and All Might. Everyone in Midoriya's class are shocked by Midoriya's power display, but the most shocked person in the class is Bakugo because he never thought Deku or Midoriya ever had a quirk, and he always considered Midoriya as a worthless, and this hurts Bakugo's ego and he tries to attack Midoriya, but he is stopped by Mr. Aizawa, and this hurts Bakugo a lot. The results are announced of the physical examination, and it turns out that Midoriya is in the last position and is about to expelled from UA. But Mr. Aizawa says that it was a psychological deception so that every student will give their 100%. But All Might was listening all this stuff and couldn't accept that Mr. Aizawa was bluffing all this stuff, as he has a record of expelling entire class of freshmen last year, and Mr. Aizawa also thinks that Midoriya has the potential of being a very good hero. After having a very long day, Midoriya makes a lot of friends with Tenya Ida, that spectacle dude, and that cute girl whose name is Ochako Uraraka. And basically, their courses have a lot of normal subjects like grammar, English, maths, and etc. But their most important course is Hero 101, in which they will learn how to use their powers for in more effective way and how to increase their powers and doing a lot of hero stuff in under the guidance of All Might. As this is a superhero world, so there will be also superhero costumes. So UA has a program in which they will assign different companies to make costumes for their students who get enrolled in their hero program as per their quirks. But Midoriya doesn't get a costume because he registered as a quirkless during before getting enrolled in it. But his mother got his back and buys him a new costume for his superhero course. Their hero training starts, in which the group is divided into 10 groups as per two students in each, and the group is as follows. So basically, their hero training is about fight between two teams, where one team is assigned the role of villains, while other team is assigned the whole role of heroes. And the role of villain is that they have assembled a dummy nuclear bomb in a building, and the role of heroes is to disassemble the fake bomb and or immobilize the villains within a specific time that is allotted to. As this training is held under the guidance of All Might, he will judge and monitor both teams and will give the results according to their performance. And it turns out the first team who is going to battle against each other is Team A and Team D, which means that Midoriya and Ochako will fight against Bakugo and Ida, in which Midoriya and Ochako will be hero team and the Bakugo's and Ida's team will be villain. Their hero training starts and in villain team, which consists of Ida and Bakugo. Ida stays with the bomb while Bakugo goes for the hunt of heroes. And in hero team, Midoriya is very nervous and scared because Bakugo he's against up against Bakugo, who is very angry at them, and they are both of kind of rivals. And in the process, they were wandering in the building, and Bakugo caught them by surprise with a surprise flash attack, which tears off Midoriya's mask, and which, in short, Midoriya fights with Bakugo, which does not go well for Midoriya as he breaks his both of arms. But in the end, Team Midoriya, like which is hero team, wins by very a lot of destruction. A lot of casualties are lead by their winning. I think this hero course is very expensive for the academy. The fact that Midoriya won against Bakugo was a very big hit to Bakugo because he considered himself as the most superior one, and this loss was a very shock to Bakugo because and it was also a turning point in Bakugo's life. As far as the judgment goes for this hero training, MVP was Ida because he didn't broke his character of being a villain, while Bakugo broke his character and went with his personal rogue. While in this hero team, Midoriya became once again careless about his powers and broke his body while also bringing a lot of collateral damage. And Ochako became reckless by considering the fact that this is just a training and took a lot of risky moves, which is not acceptable in a real life situation. While these are not my words, these are the words of Momoyayo Rozu, who has a very questionable outfits but is also very smart. Well, she is one of the four students who got enrolled in this UA hero course by recommendation. By the same process, Midori also got enrolled in UA. And the second match is between Team B and Team I, where Team B is the hero and Team I is the villain. Team B consists of Shoji, which has power of a dupli arms, and Todoroki, which has a power of half cold and half hot. And Team I consists of Ojiro, which has a extra tail, a full muscly tail, which he can use as a leg or a hand. While there is another hero called Hagakure, who is always invisible and naked. The way Team B wins astonishes everyone because Todoroki freezes the entire building and immobilizes Team I. But the most shocked person in the room is Bakugo, as he know Todoroki is of another league. And their matches are as follows. Made up my mind, wanna be like you, don't care. Whatever people say, I know I'll resurface you. You know how well. Sometimes anything doesn't go wrong. After done with their hero training, All Might rushes to the medical room to check on Midoriya's condition. And there is also problem that All Might doesn't have a lot of time to teach a class because of his injury. And one more secret is revealed that the girl in their medical room also knows about One for All and the condition of All Might. And the girl has a power of healing people with her kiss. After the recovery, Midoriya went to his class, and to his surprise, he became a hero because he went toe to toe with Bakugo, who is considered as a very strong student. But there was a scene that Bakugo already left the school as Bakugo misunderstood Midoriya that he was acting all cockless these years and was laughing behind his back. And there was also Todoroki who was very strong. So this hurts Bakugo's pride a lot. And do you know what Midoriya does? He stops Bakugo on his way and tells him the secret of borrowed power, but he didn't mention who gave it to him. And Bakugo never considered his story as true and thought that it was Midoriya's other another trick to defame Bakugo. What a dumb dude, man. This was the nutshell of My Hero Academia's first season's 5 to 8 episodes. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a nice day.